Hey, it's Stephen Neves with Beach Neon in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Going through the different steps of making a real neon sign, and today we're going to start doing some of the bending. And a lot of people ask me why we use a blow hose. And so I want to show you real quick. Let me show you what happens if you don't use a blow hose. So the reason we use a blow hose is to keep the pressure in the glass consistent. Sort of like if you tuck a hose in your garden and you decide to bend it. I'll show you exactly what happens. It takes a second. As it starts to get semi-liquid, you don't want to get real liquid or you'll lose control because gravity will start having effect on it. So now at this point, if I had my blow hose on, I'd make a bend. Now I'm going to make one without the blow hose and watch what happens. It goes flat, and that's just bad. It's bad for the glass because it's going to break as it cools, and it's bad for the neon unit because the electricity is going to have a hard time getting through there. All right, here's that same piece of glass trying to make the bend, but using the air pressure to keep it consistent. And this is not a real hot flame. I only use air and propane, so it's not like an oxygen tank fed system. If I used anything that hot, I'd be melting it really quick. And the goal is to have the glass in your bend the same diameter as the glass you're bending with. That way the glass isn't going to stress, and plus the electricity flow to excite the tube is going to be consistent. I have the pattern that you've seen before, Love You 3000 with the hearts. If we bent the neon and set it on here to copy it on the pattern, we'd end up burning the pattern. So we use a piece of wire mesh just to disperse the heat. I'm going to start off with the heart. I'm going to make this curvy bend. Use a grease pencil to mark. And you want to mark just what you want to heat it up. Again, we put a cork in one end and attach the blow hose at the other end. Then we're going to go to this other torch I use. This is called a ribbon burner. Shape of a ribbon. And you can control the length of the flame. So I make it the same length as my marks, and that's all I'm going to heat up. Now it only takes about 15-20 seconds to stay in position, like right there. But the glass stays hot for up to 5 minutes, so if you touch it, you're going to get burnt. So when you're doing neon, we usually make a bend, set it aside, and start on something else while it cools. Okay, as you can see, we've started bending to 3. This is going to be a bend, it's called a drop bend. People have often asked me why it takes so long to make a neon sign. Because we're making one bend at a time. This isn't something they've been able to figure out how to kick off of a computer yet. And every time we do a heat, we have to go back to the pattern.